Welcome back from the break. Thank you so much for staying in the conversation with us. We are talking about menopause and osteoporosis. Dr. Nigat, I was reading up because this happened to me as well, Dr. Nigat, that after having a baby, like you said, after more wear and tear, I developed a very strong vitamin D deficiency. Yes. So I think it's very, women have to be very, very conscious of taking care of this thing, because right now I'll just feel aches and pains, but if I don't do something about it, that's a fact, right? That later on I am working towards
regarding vitamin D, what we were thinking is, because vitamin D, one good source is sunlight, and we were thinking that we are in a country which has ample amount of abundant amount of geographically we are lucky, but now paradoxically that has not proven. In my Khan University, every other day we are seeing women with vitamin D deficiency. So it's maybe the burqa, parda, or whatever, there is vitamin D deficiency there, and it helps. If it is there, it helps in absorption of calcium. Vitamin D helps in absorption of calcium, and calcium is an important base for making of bones, for formation of bones. What now we are talking about in osteoporosis, in addition to HRT, since there are so many myths and women are frightened, and big drug companies have withdrawn hormones because of that very big study that occurred in US, the WHI. So now people are proposing the first line medication as bisphosphonates, and this was in the guidelines as well, the recent guidelines. Bisphosphonates are salts. They are not hormones, and they can be used very positively. They not only slow down the degeneration, but they also help in remaking. So I'm sure, I don't know, the doctor before me, did he talk about bisphosphonates? These agents are comparatively newer, but they are quite good. They are quite effective, provided you use them in a proper way. There are few that we are giving, say, once a week, and there is one that we are giving once a month as well. So it's very user-friendly as well. So we have bisphosphonates now. We have, of course, hormone replacement depending upon the need. It should be individualized. It's not that one should, I mean, in England, for example, what was happening was that the pill or the hormones were considered magic to bring back your youth and vitality and femininity, and everybody was dished out. So what the study told us was that when you don't need it, you don't take it. I mean, if you don't have headache and you take Panadol, you're bound to have the tummy ache, you're bound to have burning. So where needed, of course, and how do you define need? That whenever your lifestyle or whatever your routine is, it's getting disturbed. So that's where our role comes in. That's where we try to help people.
So just to also understand this, Dr. Nigat, that menopause, as far as osteoporosis is concerned, it doesn't start with menopause. Does menopause make osteoporosis worse if you already have the tendency?
Yes,
to go in that direction?
It does. You know, what are the things that that come in the category of tendency, or what we call in our jargon the risk factors? Being a woman is a risk factor. So that's because of hormones. And secondly, if you are Caucasian, fair women and Asian women have more tendency as compared to black women. Black women have comparatively stronger bones. So that increases your risk. Again, sedentary lifestyle, meaning just sitting a lot and not moving about, that's very much our lifestyle, because even to buy the bread and whatever, we go in cars, we don't walk that much. Or we send
someone else to do it for us.
So if you're not walking that much, if exercises, and what they say, in order to maintain what you are right now, you need to take at least 10,000 steps per day to maintain, not to reduce. So this is what the research is saying, 10,000 steps.
You're kidding me.
I'm not. 10,000 steps to maintain. So take more than 10,000, at least 20,000 to reduce. So, and of course, diet. Diet is very important. As far as dieting is concerned, I never discourage my patients from taking milk. Milk is very important. I always tell them no dieting as far as milk is concerned. Other than that, you can eat a lot of air.
But even with milk, one can take the fat-free milk, because the calcium is it, or is that a myth as well? They say
normal
that we
milk
can
will
have
have only 3%. I think that is the requirement that you should take. I mean, I'm not convinced for fat-free, truly speaking, fat-free milk products. I'm convinced months that you take no oil at all, no oil free. You go totally oil free. You go totally, I mean, whatever is fattening you, sugar, etc. You stop that. But as far as milk is concerned, no dieting. And you know, in armed forces, etc., they put you on a milk diet, and that works wonderfully, because
milk and banana diet.
Yeah, you can build your muscles and all that, and run about, and your metabolism will increase. So that comes in healthy category. Really? So first line treatment is always diet, lifestyle, and then only we come to whether or not. And then there are some things which are known as plant estrogens, plant hormones. Yes. I think we should touch it a little bit. These will be like, say, black peas, black chickpeas, the food for horse. So you will have horsepower.
Kala chanas, yes.
Kala chana. Horsepower, that's what we call it. So that's very good. And other than that, all the dals, lobias and all that are very good. Beans are very good sources. And then there are phytoestrogens in soya. Soya milk is now very famous. Everybody is having soya milk. It's
disgusting though, I'm sorry, Dr. Nigar.
But you can put it in different flavors, add it in your shakes or whatever, rather than adding the normal ice creams and whatever. So I think you can mix it with different things and get used to it. But how much that actually helps, for example, in hot flushes, because what we were giving women in supplement forms, more than 800 milligrams of phytoestrogens, and I didn't see much benefit.
Really?
So I don't know really how much benefit. There's still a lot of research going on. So we cannot come to conclusions before that research comes into, comes into the press, etc. Yeah. So they may have a positive role. Always go for healthier diets. Mixing of different pulses and all that is very healthy, and a little bit of meat, etc. is also healthy. But soya plant estrogens are very much there and could be part of your routine diet, say from late 30s onwards.
Okay, so we do have to wrap up. So what I'm going to take away from this, and I'd like to reiterate with you, Dr. Nigar, is to abstain or to protect yourself from osteoporosis, you need to actually be conscious from earlier on in life. Early 20s maximum. Exactly. You need to be having your milk, your calcium. If you're lactose intolerant, you can have soya milk. You can also take calcium supplements.
Exactly.
Very important.
Yogurts are very good.
Yogurts, cheese.
Yes.
Lassi.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what I am seeing? The younger population that comes to me are never having milk. I don't know why they have this thing, and no, I don't like the taste. I mean, you just cannot brush off milk like this. It's too important. I mean, why don't you brush out burgers or cheese or whatever? Brush them off, or Cokes, fizzy drinks. I mean, milk is, if you don't like the taste, you add something to it. But you have to have at least a glass of milk from that age, and then go on doubling it.
Doubling it?
Maybe.
Oh
because
my God.
You see, what happens, I mean, what I have noticed
I'm one of those, I hate milk as well, sorry, so I always start cringing when someone says have 2 glasses.
But it's just like that after a certain age, say after 40s, you develop a yearning for the thing that you are deficient of. You develop a yearning for lassis, for milk, and for, I mean, I have a friend who just opens a refrigerator and takes the milk pack in its whatever and starts drinking it just like that. So, I mean, start thinking of it in positive way, and maybe your dislike will decrease, yes.
And with that, it is time for us to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching the show. Please stay healthy, keep writing to us. We love hearing from you at thefirstblast@DawnNews.tv, and you can SMS us as well. Thank you so much for your time. Take care of yourselves and your families. Khuda Hafiz.